Who's Johnny? Oh, he's gone.
What was that about? Hello.
Good day.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that intro worked properly then.
Yeah, it was all right this end.
Yeah, that's fine. It just didn't seem to start straight away.
Just that I went, here's Johnny, and he bloody wasn't there, was he?
Bug it off. Can't be trusted.
Morning.
Morning.
Extra 3 vets, you lucky people.
Yeah.
We've got an extra 3 veterans today, and of course, we're going to be working on the beer barrel Spitfire. Gives John a chance to catch up, and it gives me and Gary a chance to pull out more hair.
Haven't got a lot.
Did
left.
you enjoy your cylindrical bells concert last night?
I really did. It was incredible. The musicians were so good.
I wasn't asking.
They embellished it a bit. They put in extra little bits that aren't usually there, and every note they hit just was the right note in the right place and tubular bells.
It is their job. They're supposed to do it. I mean, like I was in air traffic control. If I didn't do my job properly, planes crashed. So you would expect them to.
Well, they did crash.
Fantastic.
It happens quite often.
Strictly speaking, if the pilot didn't do his job properly, the plane would crash.
And the crowd sort of went off as well. So if anyone's familiar with tubular bells, near the end of side one, there's what they call a roll call of instruments. So, grand piano, and he has a little bit, and then, double speed guitar, and they introduce the things, and then eventually you get up to tubular bells. So for every instrument, the crowd was going a little bit more, more applause after they finished it a little bit. So by the end of it, tubular bell, the whole crowd went, "Rah!" It was really good.
He was in a crowd of Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Well, they're all sort of had, hair either like, in your state, Gary, or mine. There wasn't many of Mikey's sort of colour there, but...
Although, can I just say, Mikey is starting to catch us up.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, bitch, please. Is that the best you can do?
Oh, mate, you should see it in real life. This part is actually pretty great. It's just because the shadow...
It's amazing what makeup do in the mornings.
I know, because I've said before, my eyebrows are actually like velcroed on. So every morning I get up, they're on my bedside table, and I sort of, today I'll be surprised, and I'll put them up higher.
I'm actually only 22. They do this to make me look older, so I can, don't get plagued by women.
Yeah. He's actually on 19. Shall we go through the comments, Modmin?
Here we are again.
Friend of Mod's Hero says, "Good morning. Good morning, Gary. How are you?"
Good morning. I'm quite well, apart from I've got a nasty itch. Oh, no. All right.
Get a cream for that. Jim says, "Guten Tag from Chicago."
Guten Tag, Chicago. Alles klar?
Modlofster says, "Oh, come on again." I said, "Sorry, Skiffs." Jim says, "Achtung, Spitfire." Or as Gary called it this morning, Actua.
Spitfire.
Modlofster says, "Morning, Jim and everyone." Jim says, "Good morning to you, Mr. Skiffins."
Oh, dear.
Tiffany says, "Good morning, boys." Good morning, Tiffany.
Morning, girls.
What the fuck was that? Did your wife runs just get tight all of a sudden?
What?
You then do that high-pitched voice.
Morning, girls.
Sound like your wife runs got tight.
What? It's my amazing vocal range.
Jim says, "Tiffany Lewin, good morning, Modman." Model Officer says, "Hello to the other what?
What?
Hello to Tiff too."
Yeah, hey up, Tiff lass.
Yes. Lovely Tiff, I think that's meant to say.
Yeah.
Ah, the lovely Tiff.
Jim says, "Here's Johnny,"
but he wasn't.
Here's the rubber.
Yeah. Pit skits.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Kieran.
Good morning, Kieran. Jim says soundtrack of The Exorcist.
Yes, it
Ooh.
was.
I used to find that film quite funny when I was a kid.
I find all horror films boring.
Well, the thing is, I mean, my dad's generation, your guys' generation, found it quite scary and stuff when it came out. But my generation have become desensitized to that sort of stuff. So, especially with the special effects and stuff, it was quite funny to us.
No, I just found them boring.
Yeah, it is.
Jim said, "Good morning, Kieran." And Kieran says, "Jim, hi Jim. Good morning to you. Hope all is well." My sister from another mister's in the house.
Is it finished?
She says, "Is it finished yet?"
We did have
Kerry,
the memorial.
you have your own. You actually have your own banner on this channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We did have the memorial. John, is it finished yet? Yesterday.
Yeah.
I did see that, and I yelled at the iPad at the time. Oh, anyway.
The model officer, he says, "Marion caught Gary on AliExpress, hence the high voice."
That was funny yesterday.
Because Kerry snitched on him. Nothing at
Kerry-
all to do with me saying it so many times.
Carrie Ann always snitches. Her life is revolves around getting me into various depths of poo.
That's because he's always in the room.
If you say AliExpress,
Don't say that. Don't say that.
For
It's
Gary,
in my
it's like the
head.
Candy Man.
It's in my head.
It's like saying Candyman too many times. Marion. Sorry, Marion.
Oh God!
Is it finished yet?
I don't know. No one knows what's going on except for us. But
Yeah, and Mikey appears to have broken himself.
well, I'm turning red. I'm starting to look like an infected pimple right now. Oh God!
You like the anti-tomato? Red face and white top.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to drink my coffee.
Tiffany says.
Anyway, somebody take over.
Come
Yeah,
on.
he's
do
going to
this.
spend the whole bloody 2 hours laughing at my. I can't help. This is my head.
You should have seen it yesterday. You should have seen it yesterday when we were playing Honey Heist. I'd had a drink. Me and James we just couldn't stop laughing.
Anyway, back to the Spitfire build.
Tiffany says, "Morning, Jim, Mr. Skippings, and Kieran." She also says, "Hello,
dear.
Kerry." Kieran says, "Hi, Tiff." Jim says, "Good morning, Kerry." Oh, my nose is tickling now. I go. Oh. Steve says, "Hello, everyone." Hello, Steve.
Hey.
Kerry says, "Ha ha ha ha! He's in the room." Jim says, "Good morning, Steve." Good to see Marion appear behind you. Kerry says, "Mikey, shout Alexa play. He's in the room."
Good.
Jim says, "Kieran, all is well, thanks."
The joke about he's in the room for the uninitiated is a few weeks ago I went to church and managed to get in the doors without being struck by lightning, because Kerry Ann was being baptized into the local church, and one of the songs they played whilst they were being baptized is quite a rocky version, poppy version of a song called "He's in the Room." But the thing is, keeps going, repeating, "He's in the room, he's in the room." I'm not going to sing it, obviously. And it's been in my head ever since, and it's been about 3 weeks now. So I don't know whether it's the Almighty speaking to me.
I doubt it.
If he is in the room, can he do something about the gaps on this bloody Spitfire, please? So that's the story behind it, and I can't shake it out of my head. That's a Kylie song, isn't it?
That's a Kylie song.
Oh dear.
So there you go. Anyway, come on, Spitfire. To a Spitfire.
To a Spitfire. You gotta make a hawk with the word "tour" on the side of it for the next scale model show.
And design a 3D hawk with a tour.
Yeah,
have it with its wings open and on this side of the wings, tour.
Yeah.
So it's hawk tour.
Yeah.
Anyway. Spitfire.
Yes.
All right.
Let's get some
Spitfire. Let's change the camera angle then.
Yes, camera angle.
The techie bit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We need. Oh, that's much better lighting. Why didn't I do that before? Oh, I can blow windows now as well.
So I've attached, and I use that term quite loosely, the wings to the fuselage, and as you can see, this ICM kit is still fighting me. And if you look underneath, there's although I've covered it up with tape at the moment, there's a massive gap here. So today we're back on the filler.
Right.
Oh, Gary, we haven't done your FOM4H bit.
Oh no, we haven't. I'll have to do the camera again now. Just very briefly, because I did do it yesterday, and this is an extra session. So, Friends Models for Heroes, online IPMS registered modelling club, worldwide, 24/7, 365 days a year. We have an active Discord where there's normally always someone around. We have various sessions running through the week in the Discord at set times, but if it was a session about 3D printing and you were building a 1/35th Tamiya tank, then you can quite happily join in. It's just giving it some sort of format. We support the works, and we support Models for Heroes, which is a charity run in the UK to provide modelling kits and equipment to members of the armed forces, veterans, and the emergency services in order to support their mental health well-being. Membership of Friends of Models for Heroes is £12 per year, £1 a month. For adults under 18s, it's totally free. And we go to shows and we support.
Faster, Gary, faster!
I have stopped. Back to the studio. Get in the chopper.
Get in the chopper. Right.
I have some more comments. Gary, stop. There we go. Steve says, Jim, I know you're a tank guy. I've just started to me a 1/35th scale Tiger 1. Any tips? Yes, don't eat yellow snow. Model Officer says, at Gary. The only one I know is Frank Holder says, hi ladies and gents, church. I was in one of them when I was a baby. No doubt I'll be in one when I die, but any other time, hell no. Good man.
Support the family.
Jim says, Steve, take your time, follow the instructions, and all should work out well. Check for square and that all road wheels touch the ground whilst installing them. But how are you meant to move around if you can't take them off the ground? Steve says, same here, Frank. And thanks, Jim. Working quicker than you today, Modman. Squarish says, morning all. Good morning, James. Monlofter says, it's a Morse code for AliExpress calling.
Shh, she's come back from walking the dog.
Jakey's in. AliExpress.
It's funny because it's true.
Jake says, hey, he's in the room. Isn't it finished yet? Uncle Mike, where's my presents? I'm getting the foot stamp next week, Jake.
Yes.
Oh,
Special boot for old Stumpy there.
Yeah. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you, someone to tattoo it to your foot, so you'll always remember.
Yeah. Place tire here.
Modlofster says, AliExpress are all sold out. Gary.
Marianne, the big
Pilot
boy's
Gary
picking on me again.
didn't hear a word of that, Mikey, unfortunately.
Yeah, your microphone's doing what it was doing
We're
yesterday,
not picking on
Mikey.
you. We're just invoking Marion.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
My
Right.
microphone's jumping again, is it?
Yeah, it's doing that.
Just for a moment.
Hang on.
Right.
Audio.
This, I fear, is going to take a
I think
while
it's the
today.
internet, to be honest.
Right. Here we go.
Is that better?
It's gone softer.
Hello.
Hello.
It's gone softer.
It seems to be a little bit softer.
Seems to be a slight echo as well.
Good then.
Yeah, there's definitely an echo somewhere. Oh, it wouldn't be a 3 veterans without technical issues, would it? These are at Mikey's end for a change and not mine.
That's what she said. It's probably just the internet.
Eve.
So, young Jakey, what's your lesson today?
Yes. This is a new segment of the 3 veterans. Jakey's thought for the day.
I can hear birds tweeting. What's going on?
Close enough. All right. So
Perhaps,
last week
Jakey, you could explain to us why your granddad knows about the Hawk Tour girl.
Perhaps he doesn't know.
What, he doesn't know why you know about it, or
No, he probably doesn't know
he
about
didn't
the
know
Hawk
about
Tour. He said, hopefully.
I bet you bloody does. You do have kids, right? They know about trends before we do. Today's lesson is...
Oh, you're doing it again, Mikey.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Could be because it's Friday, of course.
It could be the internet. I think it's just the internet. I can't see any reason for it. It doesn't do it on Discord.
There's going to be more filler than plastic on this, I think. It's gone very quiet. Am I the only one left here?
No, can you not hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
And you're somewhat louder than you were.
Good.
But in a
I
good
think
way.
it's the internet.
All right.
We have some comments to catch up with.
God.
Jim says, Squarish and Frank, good morning, guys. And Jim says, good morning, Jake. Kieran says, Modlossa, good to see you, Mr. Skiffins. And Jake says, today's lesson is... Oh. Okay. Kerry says, why does my dad know about Hawk Tour Girl? I'm going to be sick. You should know. You should hear what he thinks about Kylie. Kerry says IT is his lesson. Okay, maybe English as well.
No. Watching this on YouTube does not count as an IT lesson.
It does. It's information technology. That's what it stands for.
Anyway, your correct answer would be it's summer holidays.
Yeah. Totally Scale Modding. Totally Scale Modeling Models says, morning.
Morning.
Totally Scale Modding. That's a whole different type of channel, isn't it? Modders, that's a channel you should actually make.
Yeah. Totally Scale
Modding. Kerry says, school holidays. And Jake says, we can't talk about that. What? Why your granddad knows about Hawk 2 ago?
He can't talk about it because that would be admitting that he knows about it.
Do I get the feeling that I've sort of provoked a conversation next time he's round? Now, son, you come to today, let me tell you about Hawk 2 girl. Granddad, why is she called Hawk 2?
Because she's got 2 pet falcons.
I've
got more bloody filler over me than I have.
Steve says this keeps stuttering and going blurry as hell. Is it your end or my shitty internet again?
Mikey is having some issues.
Blurry.
No, I haven't seen it go blurry, but Mikey is having some sound issues.
Yeah. Could be my internet. I don't know. It's for some reason. It's ever since I put my external hard drive on the other day, and it wiped off my cameras, and I had to reinstall them.
Okay.
So ever since then, I've been having problems with it. Jakey says we can't talk about girls. Why Mum is here? Do you mean whilst Mum is here? Young Jake. I don't know why, but even though I've seen Jake, I still picture him as Jake off 3.5 Men. 2.5 Men. Whatever.
Oh yeah, caught me doing it again. Well, you just line it all up, don't you?
He does. He sets it up, and you walk into the trap every time.
Jim says, "Totally Scale Models." Hello, Steve.
Where are we? That one.
And Totally Scale Model says, "Hi, Jim." That's about as high as my voice goes, lady boy.
Sorry.
I cannot help having a fantastic vocal range.
Right. Marian's back from walking the dog.
AliExpress. She's not appeared.
No, she's in the she's doing something in the bedroom. I'm not quite sure what she's doing. She's putting something away.
It's probably your last AliExpress purchase.
No, it looks like
Model officer says,
Yeah. A bit worried when.
Kieran, thanks, buddy. And then Totally Scale Mall says, who are you calling ladyboy? Gary, because he said something before and it went very high pitched, like someone had just suddenly grabbed his wife once.
I don't know what you mean.
Wow, even your microphone struggled to handle that.
No, Marion, I am not on AliExpress.
I told you shouldn't hear.
Carrie Ann's just texted her mum and
Cheers,
said I'm
Marion.
on AliExpress. I'm not. I'm live on YouTube.
You tell me you can multitask.
Candyman.
I'm not on AliExpress. I haven't been on AliExpress for days.
He's not. He's on Pornhub.
You make it worse, won't you? Look at the state of that.
Oh, look at them calluses.
Right, moving on.
Jim says,
Where are you actually at on your Spitfire, John?
Right. So I'm right. So I've dropped the. I've just taped up. I'm with a bit of Tamiya tape.
Yeah.
I've made some little seat belts to go in there, and I'm just putting together. So the cockpit detail and all that is in place now. So you caught me at an awkward time when I'm
When you
putting
don't
glue
want to talk.
down to seal up the empennage. That's a
this is
fancy word,
about
isn't
to
it,
get
Jake?
interesting.
Can you say
Comments are about to get
empennage?
interesting.
Why?
Totally Scale Model says, morning, James, at Model Officer.
You.
Jim says, Jake, look up Motley Crue song, Girls, Girls, Girls.
Oh God.
Hmm.
Model Officer
God.
says, oh my God, my Alzheimer's has reached a new low. I've just glossed my model instead of matting.
Oh,
All right. Just mat it over the gloss.
Yeah. And Totally Scale Model says, fake taxi. Oh dear, we now know what his fetish is.
No idea. Completely lost on this.
Steve says,
no idea.
eh? Gary's
All
is
right, keep
AliExpress. Steve says, why does this damn tank have so many wheels?
Tigers
That's
are well
what the
known
mechanic-
for having a lot of wheels.
That's what the German mechanics used to say as well.
Mm. I mean, they sort of said it. Why does this damn tank?
Yeah, it's nothing like a bit of stereotyping, is there, Gary?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Model Officer says, does Gary's wife know she can add an alert on the modem to alert her to Gary's activity on AliExpress?
Modem? Router with
We
inbuilt.
got back to the 90s.
Yeah.
I bet Jakey doesn't even know what a modem is.
Oh.
Yeah, Bron pulls me up occasionally. I've been known to still call, say, MS Word, a word processor. I said to the kids, get on the word processor and type up your assignment, and everyone's looking at me going, what the hell? What's that? Oh, yeah, my bad.
Is this sound better now?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Is it better? Right. The automatic volume was off for some reason.
Oh.
Oh.
Have we done this before?
Stupid computers. Right. Model Officer says, morning, Steve. And Chris Evans is in. He says, good morning, all. Good morning, Chris.
Have you got a radio show to do?
Now, I'm sure there's more than one Chris Evans in the world. Totally Scale Model says, tell me about it, Steve. I'm doing mine for the 1/16th Sherman. It's taking a really long
A really
The other
long
ones are the
time.
best.
Hello, Benji.
1/16th Sherman's been really. It's going to take up a decent amount of paint.
Well, there's a.
I've seen someone doing a 1/16th Tiger. That was big. Sorry.
If you're in Australia,
What did you say?
hobby, B&A Model World down here. I've got a 1/35th scale Sherman full interior kit for 50% off right now. So it's 50 odd Australian dollars instead of 100 and something.
Which is about
You should
£3.50
definitely get it,
in the UK.
Yeah, something like that.
You should get it, John.
Well, I've never ever done a Sherman. But,
Never
How
done a
have you not
Sherman.
done a Sherman?
because
Oh,
I've
no,
only
that's
done
right.
5
The
tanks.
first-
It's not finished yet.
That's right, isn't it? You've only done 5. You've not done many.
No.
Oh, you've got to build
Most
a
of-
Sherman. It's a rite of
Most of them are
passage.
World War One now. Yeah. Everyone has to make a Sherman.
All
Even if
right.
it's a 172nd.
Okay.
But she's just giving you a warning about going on AliExpress.
No, she's gone out.
She's
gone to the
she's
shop.
looking at- I've set up the
She's gone
modem.
she's gone to intercept the postman.
Oh,
Jim says,
shit.
no, he didn't say, oh shit, at all.
Um,
Hang on, I didn't get to read that out then, Bodmin.
John.
What's up, my dude?
Hello.
Oh, you haven't put the top section of the wings on, have you yet?
I have not.
Right. I've just noticed something, and it caught me out at completely the wrong moment.
Yeah.
I was affixing the wingtips to the wings, and
You put
on
them
this
back to
side,
front.
and on this side, there was a little slot for you to push the tab into.
Yep.
On this side, I don't know
There
whether
is
you can
not.
see that. There isn't one.
Oh.
Ah.
So be aware. So I've now got to,
Oh, I see what you mean.
I've got
So-
to cut that tab off.
John, does your
So the
cowling
inside
fit on
story-
all right with the frame?
Hell no. No, I've got
No,
a massive
don't
gap
think
where the cowling is.
No. The underneath of the cowling, underneath the. fuselage.
Down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I had done is stick it onto the bottom wing.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then when the wing fits
Then you
on,
can test fit it.
well, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's certainly one of the better parts of the kit so far. We'll see how
Okay.
that goes, but I'm going to wait for the rear
I've
fuselage
got
to
to
dry before I do
ruin-
anything else. So looking at the wing, the lower wing is just flat on each end. The upper wing, you're right, has a recess for
The tab,
the tab.
but only on one side.
Well, it's got a recess on the
It's
port
not
wing,
been cut out.
but it's not been cut out.
So what's happened
the
is
edge of
you've
it
not
is-
cut the recess out.
Yeah, well, it should be. It's like a bit of flash, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
In
a
other
bit
words, you
ordinary.
didn't check your parts before you put them together, did you, Gary?
It's all right. I shall add it to my list, to my email to
You got carried
Valeria.
away again.
Yeah.
Um,
Just add it to
Jim
the-
Thanks
says,
for that. I avoided disaster.
No, I've avoided disaster.
Jim says,
for-
Chris, good morning and happy Friday to you. Tiff says, Mikey, you're quiet. Yes, hopefully that's a bit better now. I switched on the automatic volume thing. It was a bit low. Steve says, totally scaled models. Aha.
Morning, Susan.
Chris says, happy Friday to you, Jim. Such a lovely bunch we have in here. Jim says, Steve, look up my parody of the aforementioned Motley Crue song, Wheels, Wheels, Wheels. Totally scale models. No, it's not. We can't hear you, Mickey. Can you hear me? Haha.
I can hear you.
Plastic. There you go. Plastic Monkey says, morning, guys.
Morning,
Right.
plastic.
Mr. Monkey.
Just check in the chat. Can you let me know if the microphone is loud enough? Please. And I can turn the gain up, and I could. But there's not much more I can do than that, other than turn it up to maximum on the computer. Yeah, it's fine now. Okay. Jim says, "Plastic Monkey, good morning to you, Paul." Paul, Plastic Monkey, I like it. Plastic Monkey says, "Morning, Jim." Plastic Monkey says, "Morning, Jim." Not plastic morning. That's a whole different thing.
Oh, for God's sake, how many cop-ups can you make on one line?
My brain's not working today.
See, this is what happens
says,
if you overstep the mark and take over Modmin's role.
Totally Scale Mole says, morning, Paul. And Jim says, Bearded Veteran Creates coming through 5 and 5, Mikey. Excellent. Right.
Tell me something.
Let's get the count.
Don't sing, you get told off.
We have wings. And Jim
Just
says,
more filler I've got to put on this bloody thing now.
Jim says, my brain hurts.
Brian!
And Plastic Monkey says, morning, Steve.
So those who don't know, maybe occasionally you hear sometimes 5x5, as Jim just said. What that means is strength of signal and clarity of signal on a scale of 1 to 5. So you can 5x3 is like, you're coming in strong, but it's it's readable, but not perfect.
Where's my new snipping clips?
So Gary, did you put your top wing on the lower wing before you married it all together?
I did.
Okay. How did that turn out for you?
Not good.
Would there be an advantage, you think, in leaving the top wing off for when it's on there, when the other half is married together? You try to close up a gap that'll still be there, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I don't know, John, to be honest, because I think it's going to bite you whichever way you go.
Yeah, so I'll do the opposite of what you did just to see what works better.
Okay, mate.
And then I'll
because
watch which
we're
way
live on
works
air.
best.
And then Mikey will pick the best out of the two.
I will indeed.
Mikey will say, "What's a wing? What are you talking about?"
Wing?
Wing? If it ain't got wheels or tracks, I don't know what it is. You're lucky it's been made.
Did you bother installing the guns in the?
I did, and I did that because I still feel guilty about not installing the engine.
Mr. Mayfield's in, he says.
Now, there's a man that can talk tank tracks.
Yes. Mikey, I can't hear you at all.
Now,
Probably a good thing, John.
now, the thing with Mr. Mayfield is...
Now that.
So you were doing it again then, Mikey. You were going all... There's definitely something not right with your internet today.
Yeah.
He was 3x2.
Yeah.
He wasn't cloudy beer, that's for sure.
Oh God,
I
no
don't think
one's
there's a lot I
cloudy
can do
beer.
about it. I don't think there's a lot I can do about it.
No. We'll just have to run with it. You're gonna look at that. It's looking almost like a Spitfire with massive cracks and. That said, all these issues with this Spitfire, I am absolutely loving building it. Just like I said yesterday.
Because it's a Spitfire?
No, because I'm doing things I don't normally have to do. Yeah, I feel challenged.
Like think.
Yeah. I reckon, as of the end of today's session, what I'm aiming for is to have the wing on the fuselage and everything else, and it's starting to look like a Spitfire. I mean, I've got that awful top cowl to clean up later on, and I've
Yeah.
got an awful sort of the carburetor intake at the bottom there is big holes on it. But once they get sort of cleaned up, it'll look like a Spitfire.
I haven't put that on yet. Because you put it on early, didn't you?
I did. I put mine on my. I was going to say my wingus. My wing.
Yes, I've got the joys of that to go on yet, so that'll be another gap that needs filling.
Oh dear.
How am I doing for extra thin?
That's what she said.
Bloody hell, I've used some extra. I know I've got some.
No, you missed the perfect opportunity to say that, John, when he said that's another gap I'll need to be filled.
Yes, I did realise why you were chuckling to yourself, but I thought, no, we'll let it go.
Oh, yes.
But no, you had to bring it up anyway.
Yes. Well, this is Jakey's education.
Oh my God.
God help him.
He's corrupting us.
He's corrupting us.
Yeah. So, where were we up to with the comments, Modmin?
Oh, bloody hell. No, I'm trying to
Totally Scale Bubble
take this
says,
cowl
morning,
off
John.
and have another go.
John, shut up.
Oh, shut up!
I'm having enough getting my words crossing this microphone as it is today. Tiff says there's a glitch in Mikey's matrix. Yes, certainly seems to be.
It's been there a bloody long time.
Gary, what are you? Gary, what are you using to fill your gaps?
AK's modelling white putty, the hard version.
Ooh,
Mm-mm.
there we go. Mr. Mayfield says, "Morning, Steve." And Jim says, "Good morning, John Mayfield." And John Mayfield says, "Morning, Jim." And Tiffany says, "Morning, John, and Plastic, and anyone else I've missed." She's just realised that she's awake. Bless her. Oh, our Modmin's a bit under the weather today.
She's having to do extra. She's having to do overtime. That's why.
Yeah,
That's another bloody hobnob she'll get at Telford.
Yeah, that's a
You've
pack.
been to Telford,
1.2
John?
packs now.
I wasn't going to mention it, but now that you have, Gary, I've been to Telford. It's extraordinary. I'm going to be rather upset that I'm not going to be there this year. But
We will. We'll have to
you'll get
live
over
stream. We'll have to live stream from Telford to you.
yeah, show me where the bar is.
Well, we were talking yesterday, John, and we decided what we're going to do is me, Gary, and Tiff are going to do a presentation of me and Gary presenting Tiff with the hobnobs. And take some
I wondered what the hell he was going to say.
Awesome.
Steady.
Bloody hell.
This is Modmin we're talking about.
No, I didn't mean anything like that. Yes. Gutter.
Yes. I spent far too long working alongside you, Gary.
Hey, I think I'm going wrong again.
I was innocent before I started doing this show.
Yeah, right. I can't
You know
find.
Tiff says it's not overtime. I'd be here anyway.
Yeah.
She would as well, bless her.
He would.
Jim
She's
says,
good.
I hope to be meeting you all at Telford in 2025. Ooh, that'd be good.
Ooh.
That'd be
John,
good,
you're
Jim.
going to have to come to 2025.
Well, Paul, as I mentioned a couple of shows ago, Paul has decided that we are going back, just not this year. And he said it may not be next year, but I think after this year, yeah, it'll happen at some point.
Excellent.
We'll see. Was it worth, the 16,000 kilometres? Yeah, it bloody was.
You watch, Gary. We'll just go to do the selfie of me, you, and Tiff, and Marley's head will appear behind us. And he'll be facing the wrong way.
Oh, that wouldn't be a first.
It'd be upside down.
Because that's our John. Oh, we could print off a life-size head of John and put it in the picture.
We could. Oh, come on.
We could make Token John.
Token John.
Yes. Totally scale model. Oh no, Tiff says, that would be awesome, Jim.
It would be good fun.
Okay.
Good
Scale model says, Mr. Marley, you'll have to post over some Tim Tams. Do you mean Tim Tams? Oh, actually, don't worry. We already have penguins here.
Oh,
We also have Tim Tams now as well in Tesco's.
yes.
And I'm sure
Well,
other stores are available.
I don't mind your penguins. They're quite alright. They taste.
Not like
There's
a
actually
Tim
been a university study, a thesis written on Tim Tam versus penguin.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Why do I know you're not joking?
Well, yeah, and what they said at the end is like they're both bloody good in their own way, and it comes down to they sort
Tim
of rated
Tams are
them and
better.
why.
I went in the cupboard to get some dinner out yesterday, and I thought, oh, that's right. I've got a half-eaten pack of Tim Tams left, and then I've closed the cupboard door and walked off. And I've
You were
not touched
disappointed
them.
that you had.
As Mr. Mayfield will bear me out on this, if he's still watching, there's no such thing as a half-empty packet of Tim Tams.
There is in this house. Frank says, just got a parcel delivery. It's my 112 scale McLaren MP42C by Italeri. Recommended retail price of £140, but I won it with a bid of £68. Gonna start on it tonight after work. Excellent.
Wow.
Well done.
Yeah.
What a bargain.
We're as impressed as you.
Nice.
I'm a
Jim
little bit
says,
jealous.
recreate the Abbey Road album cover with Mikey, Gary, John, and Tiff crossing the street. That would be quite funny. Yeah.
But John would have to be going the other way.
Well, you guys would be crossing
Yeah.
the road to get away from the smell.
What, the smell of Telford?
Oh, the smell of that guy. Ugh.
No.
Get on.
No, what we'd do, John, is we'd have you walking backwards. Because,
Take your life in your own hands crossing the road in Telford.
Yes.
I wonder if all those guys that were, sharing the false news that Paul McCartney died in 1968, whether they've actually
You
sort
can't
of
share false
realised
news
it.
anymore. I'm not allowed to discuss false news.
He can't be. He was at a Taylor Swift concert the other day.
Was he?
He's coming back to see me next week.
Jim says, ooh. Our Jim says, Frank, sounds good, Frank. Tamir makes some awesome race cars.
They do.
You like race cars, don't you, John?
I've built most of them
And he
in the
says,
80s.
Yeah. Jim says John would be barefoot because McCartney was.
Yes.
Flip flops.
Yeah. Flip flops, board shorts, and a Hawaiian shirt. Our John.
Yeah.
In fact, when I made him a Hero Forge character, that's exactly what he was wearing. And he was getting attacked by animals. Because he is the legendary Wallaby Whacker. And that is not a euphemism.
From up
My wallaby, and I'll whack it as much as I like.
In fact, I saw that earlier today. I was looking up something else.
Right.
I've
got the tail on, got the rudder on, I've got the ailerons on. I can hardly contain my under enthusiasm about it.
Best part of this model is going to be the painting.
So yeah, mine's lots of tape, but mine's together as well. So that's
As much
Spitfire.
as I'm enjoying it, I have to say the best part of this model will be opening the next one.
Yes.
I have to agree with you there. I'm going to fit the Hispanos in the wing because I can.
Yeah, because I did. Right, so done all that. Oh, blimey, Gary.
Jim says, here's a clue for you all. The walrus was Paul.
Yes.
No idea. Don't get the reference. Frank says, not trying a tomato on Jim.
Oh, you must.
And Mr. Skippin says, thanks for the company, but I'm out of energy already. Take care, all. All right, buddy. Have a good
All right,
rest.
buddy. Take it easy.
Cheers,
Might see you
James.
later.
Yeah, I'd put me to sleep too.
We don't blame you at all, John.
Oh, that's what I did
But
earlier
the
today.
view-
I had a
But
couple of MRIs. I had 2 hours of MRIs, just different sort of scans and stuff like that. And I felt like falling asleep in there. It's very loud.
Have you tried falling asleep in an
we
MRI?
wouldn't blame you. We wouldn't blame you at all, John. But yesterday we had like 15 people watching, and today we have 8.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I told you.
Yeah,
I told you.
Just mention in passing.
But all of them were saying, "Where's John?"
Yeah, and they were saying,
And I was sticking around to find out.
of course. Oh, plus they were saying. They were saying John Craig.
Yeah.
D9. You sank my battleship.
Kieran says, James, take care. Be seeing you. Oh, we've just dropped down to 6. John, we're going to have to sack you. Kieran said, look after yourself, James. And Jim says, Frank, I have a couple of 120th scale Tamiya models. Very well made kits. They are. A little bit too well made sometimes.
Yes, they can be.
A little bit too.
But they're nice mojo fixers.
Yeah. MHA are good for that as well. Ooh, that's another point I can raise in my next video. Speaking of which, I started writing this. I was up till 3 o'clock this morning writing the script for that. Well, I wrote the history part of the script anyway.
This is my 120 scale Formula
And
1.
you should have been in. Oh, look at that.
Isn't that pretty? It's RE30B turbo with Alain Prost.
A real racing driver, not like these ones of the.
In my day.
Not like these ones that.
What were you going to say, John?
I don't think it was.
No, not John. Sorry, Gary.
I said not like these racing drivers of today who spend more time throwing their rattles out their prams than.
No, when I said that I've been up till 3 o'clock writing the history part of the script.
Well, that's just silly, isn't it?
Well, no, because the idea was in my head. I had to get it out of my head onto the page. Otherwise, I'd forget. And that'd be really annoying.
Okay. I would be in my bed fast asleep. In fact, I was.
Tiffany says, no, Frank says, I'll keep a lookout for baggage, Jim. I thought I'd read that one. Okay. Tiff says, you're jumping a comment ahead, Mikey. Am I? Quite possibly. The way today's going, it could be anything. Jim says, the above-mentioned song quote is from Glass Onion. Okay. Timothy Evans is in. He says, I was all set up to bang out some uni study, but you all have made me crack out the paint. Ha ha.
Hello, Timbo.
I do apologise if we've ruined your education, but believe you me, you're not the first person's education we've ruined.
He's yes,
In
Tim.
university, it's already ruined.
Yes, that's my nephew Tim. He discharged from the Royal Australian Navy last week. He has now been promoted to civilian, and he's in university.
Good man.
Yeah. Leave the Navy and get saddled with thousands of dollars worth of debt. Fantastic plan. I love it.
He'll be fine. He's going to change the world.
He could. You never know. Could be. He could save your life, John. Oh, is he doing it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, goodness sake, man.
Blimey, mother God. Where am I?
Jim says, finished drilling out the Tiger 1 track links, gave them a wash in some nice hot soapy water and let them dry overnight. Cool.
Oh, Jesus.
But it's
I bought a big-ass bottle of Zappa Gap, and I don't particularly like it because the nozzle just keeps clogging up.
Jim says, Tim, good morning and welcome to you. I so went to say Tim Tam then. I had to stop myself.
Stop! Get in the chopper.
It's not ready yet. What are you talking about, seatbelt? We're talking about multi-million-dollar fighter plane here. Do you remember that advert, Gary?
No.
There's the Saab advert. And they're talking about technology used in the seatbelts. And they're talking to this, whatever country Saab's from.
Sweden.
They're talking to Sweden. They're talking to a Swedish aircraft mechanic as he's working on a Saab fighter jet. And he goes, seatbelts? We're talking about multi-million-dollar fighter plane here.
Obviously, he was originally from Moscow.
Yes.
Interesting.
For some reason, I do remember him having a Russian
parts
accent,
of the plane that
even though it's obviously not supposed to be Russian.
Go on, John.
I was going to say the seatbelts on that aircraft will be one of the few parts that isn't made in Sweden.
Yes.
Yeah,
Jesus.
The firewall and the engine cradle stick out far too much.
Not on mine, they don't.
So you probably actually made a good choice, Gary, leaving the engine off.
Well, yeah, it's making my top cowl fits way too far forward at the front there. I'm going to have to shave it back because I'd like to move the whole thing back, but the forward end of the rocker covers is just in the way. It's just, yeah.
I took the rocker covers off.
Did you?
It was the only way I could get it to fit on. Yes. There's still a gap there, but it's not as drastic. But yeah, the firewall and... Well, all that work was a waste of bloody time.
Talking about waste of time, Gary.
I am.
Oh, no, I get it. I get it now. So, yeah, there's only 2 guns fitted on this.
Yeah, yeah. I don't understand, but there you go.
No, because, yeah, so later on you're fitting blanking caps in step 50. So I got 2. But interestingly, these instructions are saying to put that gun inboard on that wing.
Yes.
And outboard on that wing.
Yes. And I think you'll find it's a misprint.
Yeah, because they both
Because-
go
Okay.
They won't.
inboard.
They won't go in any other way than.
I decided to take some drastic surgery on this aircraft.
It's gone in the bin.
I have cut off the bottom of the engine cradle,
Mm.
and now we are getting kind of close to the wing fitting.
We're going to end up with
to
just,
do that. I'm going to have to take out.
39.
we're going to end up with just
Okay.
an undercarriage leg left at the end of this build, because of all the other bits you've had to take out.
Yeah. Well, I'm taking off the bottom of the five. Oh shit! It's supposed to be the firewall, not the control panel. Whoops.
That's bloody stupid.
Oh well. It'll glue back
Sounded like a dog.
Yeah. It'll glue back together. It's fine.
It'll buff out.
It's all good. It's still good. It's
I'm
just a
just
little
working
airborne. It's still good. It's still good.
You know when you did the radiator thingy, John?
No.
The air intake.
Hang on.
This
Oh.
this bit that I'm doing now.
The scoop.
Yeah, the
The
carburetor.
scoop that's in two halves, and you put the little air
Yes.
filter thing in the. Did you put it together and then put the air filter in, or did you
No.
put the air filter in and then glue it together?
I
Whilst the air filter's still wet.
yeah. What he said.
Bugger.
I put it in one half, then married them together and shifted it
Right,
around
okay.
with a blade.
Okay.
Yay! It now fits. Woo.
Hey, what? Oh.
It fits to a global extent. So it is the engine that's the problem.
If the engine is one of many problems.
Yes.
So
So
here comes the
take off the bottom of
Benjinator.
the firewall.
God, this is
Okay, so we got quite far behind
Mm.
on the comments again. Jim says, John Marley, go with Icky Sticky Flexi CA glue. 20mm bottle that works every time and is super reliable. There
that
we
stuff.
go.
Currently using
One step
this,
ahead here.
which is the cheapest stuff you can get in the pound shop, and it's really, really good.
Jim says, copious amounts of caffeine has me moving around while singing Beatles songs.
Yeah,
Looking
I'm
for
out
a
of
glass on ya.
hot caffeine. I'm about to go on to cold caffeine.
Oh, crikey.
I'm on water. Jim says, Marley, I used to, but Zap game products no more. The cap clogs up solid and the glue turns to rock long before it's used.
Yeah,
And
that's
then he
true.
corrects himself saying, Zappa Gap,
Zappagat.
effing
Yeah, so
autocorrect.
So that brand. When I bought it, obviously the guy in the shop said keep it in the freezer when you're not using it. The freezing point of these is a lot. You can put them in a freezer and it won't freeze.
Lower?
It's lower, but yeah. But it's still sort of the cap still goes cray. Lower. That's the word I was looking for.
Good word.
Yes. Higher. Lower. Ooh, Mr. Evans is in.
Morning, Gary.
He says afternoon. Or?
Good afternoon,
Hello,
rather,
Gary.
Gary.
Yeah. I thought you said Derek.
Oh, Derek's in.
Don't know why.
What are you talking about? I think
You were
you're.
watching Roll Britannia again.
Have you, Derek Normalbeard? I am but a humble dwarf.
I'm up to speed again.
I am. I listened to this week's episode.
Mm.
Wow.
Did you slice off the muzzle on step 39, Gary?
Yes, I did.
The-
Sounds
On
very
the
impressive.
Hispano.
I did.
Right. It doesn't You just copied the plan and went, oh, that'll do round about there.
Yeah, something
Well,
like
sounds
that.
very
mate.
aggressive.
Yeah, because there's no real guidance.
Because you're an aggressive little sod.
Yeah, well, you're not going to see any of this gun anyway. Like I'm
No,
putting it in.
no, you then cover them up. I think it's more there if you wanted to have the covers off.
But
Yeah, I'm not worried about anything fancy like that. I just want to get it built.
yeah, I know. I'm putting them all together to see, because we're going out live to the audience. I just want to, if anyone's looking for
Audience.
how we did stuff, then it'll be there. Like, pay no attention to the hairy one and the non-hairy one. Pay attention to Steve Martin, the idiot down the bottom, and he'll show you how it all fits.
Yeah, I just realised the screen.
Well, it's been fun. This is the last week I'll be part of this show
Oh,
because the
man.
ratings have dropped.
I told you this morning, you're in it for the long haul.
I told you he's on thin ice.
Mm.
It just wouldn't be 3 veterans without you. It'd just be 2 veterans, and that's just weird.
2 veterans, and that just doesn't sound right.
Well,
Jim says, Gary stuff. Love the Matchbox Chinook helicopter. Looks great.
yeah, it does.
Gary says, Jim, thanks, mate. FX1 soon.
And congratulations on your
I like the show.
3-year anniversary.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Wonderful content.
Do you know, I don't even know when mine is.
And
It
I was
must be
wondering the other
soon,
day, I was
because-
going to ask how many episodes, how many
Yes,
things
it's in
you had
October.
uploaded,
I
but you
remember.
did it in the last show. You told me. Delicious.
I think I uploaded my first video last October. Ooh. I absolutely do not have any airbrushes to give away. If you would, however, like a new airbrush, do head over to Gary's channel and find his birthday video where he's running a competition where you can win one of 3 airbrushes
Is it a raffle?
Galleria.
if you're a good person. Eh?
From
Is it a
Galleria.
competition or is it a raffle?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
No, it's a competition.
There you go. It's something to do with, laws in the UK. Ugh, whatever that is.
No, that's
seem to be
YouTube
optional.
rules in general.
Is it?
YouTube have very strict rules on gambling because they're American.
Well, can't upset the overlords, can we? Oh, my inner monologue's broken again. Sorry, Jim.
Jim says, looking very forward to the Airfix kit.
Yes, it's one of the many kits that is on my radar, the Chinook.
Oh, crikey. Get in there. Drop in there.
I don't think I have any kits on my radar anymore. To be honest.
Sorry, something radar? You don't think you have what?
Gary said that the Airfix Chinook is on his radar this year. I said I don't think I have any kits on my radar.
Oh,
Keep up, John. Yeah.
I've got that many kits on my radar, it's difficult to see through the clutter. It's like looking at World War II window.
that's a reference I understand.
Kieran says, hi, Gary. And then Gary says, the airbrush thing is a draw. The raffle's a competition because there's questions you have to answer.
Right.
There you go. Jim says, bearded veteran creates. I am becoming assimilated to certain words and phrases spoken among Britain and its dominions, confusing some fellow Americans when I say them. Aha.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I managed
When you
to.
start speaking Welsh, they'll start worrying about you.
Bore
Oh, bore da boyo. Well, pnawn da now.
Now, now, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, pnawn da, sirwch chi.
Of course, Aftan.
Ah. To boldly go. Model Works is in the house. He says, hello, everyone.
Good day. Welcome.
Hello, Boldly subscribed last night, which was very kind of him, when I was watching the Plastic Alchemists live with Nuno, who is very good.
Yes.
I do
You heard
make
it
sure you
here,
go and check
folks.
out.
We watch other channels
Do
too.
make sure you go and check out To Boldly Go's channel. They've hit 1,000 subscribers last night, so it's a big milestone for them. Plenty of videos as well, and really good.
Bloody hell. Where is my
Lots
thing?
of build videos
there.
and things.
D16, D17.
Whereas I don't do
Those
very many build
scores.
videos. I tend to focus on history and stuff.
Crapulent.
Plastic Monkey says, hi, James. Jim says, To Boldly Go. Hey, mate. To Boldly Go says, hi, Plastic Monkey. Jim says, now for next to simulation, I will drive on the left side of the road. Yeah, don't do that.
I wouldn't if I was you, Jim.
You may get arrested.
I'll shoot you over there. Did I say that out loud again? Oh, I'm sorry, Jim.
Ooh, the aerial's on. Question is, will I put some air?
Oh, it's far too early to put aerials on.
Hey,
Not according to the instructions, it's not.
Yeah, but instructions, smuctions, as far as I'm concerned, because put that aerial on now, I guarantee it won't be on at the end of the
And
day.
that's why you have to keep taking your model apart again. That's why you have to keep taking your model apart, because you go instructions, smuctions, and then you get carried away, and then you have to take everything apart again and rebuild it. Because you realise there's a part that you needed to put in about 5 steps ago.
Mom, they're picking on the fat lad again.
AliExpress.
She's gone out.
For those new to the channel, the reason why we keep saying AliExpress is to try and get Gary into trouble. Because he ended up buying so much off AliExpress that his wife had to ban him from it. And now, whenever she hears AliExpress, she tells him off for being on AliExpress.
It was only a temporary ban. I'm allowed back on it now.
Yeah. You've learned your
to
lesson.
Be fair, I haven't been on it.
Yeah, but we keep telling Marion you are on it. And even Kerry joins.
Drop me in there.
Yeah, which is fun.
Well,
let's go apart.
Crikey, blimey.
I got the scoop on.
Well done.
And it ain't too bad a fit, to be honest.
No, it does, it's surprising because the rest is fairly...
Yeah, it's going to need a bit of work here. Oh, sorry, here. But that's only going to be sanding, I think.
To Boldly Go says, hi, Jim. Aldgott from Chicago. Jim says, Marley, no offense taken, mate. I agree with you.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
And Bowley says, it's called feeding, worshipping the carpet monster.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
praying at the altar of styrene.
The latest video I uploaded, which is looking at a Lancaster build that I did, I knocked off the pedo probe. I haven't found it since. I don't know where it is. Oh dear.
It is gone.
Do you know what's also funny? So I'm building a Bergpanzer T60 on the side.
You started it, have you?
Well, it's sort of, I've got that bit done-ish. Do you know what? The bit that goes on top, the top of the tank, I've lost it. I've misplaced it. I have no idea.
How the hell do you lose?
How do I do that?
The top of a tank.
No,
What was that?
I don't even have carpet.
You're in a garage. You got
It's when
concrete
he's
floor.
reversing the car out the garage later, and he is.
Yeah, then realises it's his 132 Lancaster.
Or Jake's foot.
That would make him cry.
Garage.
Where the
Garage.
Yeah. So you'd say you both say garage, right?
Garage.
Garage, yeah.
So okay, garage.
We are not.
Jim would put inflection on the other part of the word, garage, and we just sound bogan.
You'd
Just
say car receptacle, knowing Jim.
no, we say garage. It's in the garage, and in Arabia, I hear on good authority they call it the garage. It's where they park the camels.
Garage.
Oh dear, now we've offended the Arabs.
Might as well.
Gary
Yeah,
calls
all
it his
in.
dungeon. Gary calls it his dungeon.
We don't have a garage.
No, you have a dungeon.
The rubber room.
He admits it. Duty room. Gary has a dungeon.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So, what is my next job on this Tour Spitfire?
I don't know, but it'd be nice if you could line up the camera with your model. Or cut him out, one or the other.
Oh, for God's sake. Bloody
Well,
producer.
you're off to one side.
What were we supposed to do that?
There we go. See, that wasn't so difficult, was it? To Boldly Go says, AliExpress, it could be worse, could be Temu.
Yeah!
Whatever.
Yeah. But the problem with Temu is they've only just started putting model kits on Temu. For a long time, they didn't have any on there.
Steve says, I avoid Temu and AliExpress like the plague. Yeah, I get a lot of tools and cheap tools and stuff from AliExpress.
Yeah, I've not bought anything from there. I didn't have. I was looking for
these very nice side cutters. These very nice side cutters, which are razor sharp, are only £11 on that. And they
as I was saying yesterday, I got myself a 2 terabyte external hard drive for under £10, and it's absolutely spot on.
Yeah,
is my computer.
Except for now, all his computers in Chinese.
No,
all his data is in China.
Chat is now in Mandarin.
No, because it came from France. Would you believe?
Ah, c'est magnifique. Jim says,
Marley,
your Lancaster is top notch. What? Oh,
I was just going to mention that the Australians are beating the British in the Olympics. Thank you very much. They asked me to be part of the Olympic team. I said I couldn't be bothered.
Well, they had further to swim, didn't they? The Australians had practice trying to run away from all the deadly creatures. The most deadly thing the British athletes have to run away from is the trainer.
Yeah, well, that's why that's why our girls are so good at pole vault. Just like jumping over the back fence.
Yeah,
bloody redback. Thank you,
Jim.
Jim
Says, Marley, your Lancaster is top notch. Really looks the part of an aircraft on operations.
Right.
I appreciate the kind
it looks like an aircraft.
I'm trying to do the prop.
The prop?
Yes.
It goes in the front.
Prop the doodle-doo.
And on the actual, because you have to build the actual prop itself, you won't be able to see it. But on this point here, the bit that fits into the spinner, there's a little lug. But on the actual base plate, if you like, for want of a better phrase, there is no receptacle for it. So I'm just wondering what it's there for.
I see. That's one thing I like about this. So this mat is one of the things I brought back from Telford. When I went to Telford, because they have these things for 3, 4, and 5 blade props. You can line up the blades by sticking on the mat. How cool.
Oh, that's good.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Jim says, Steve, good for you, mate. And he also says,
Well,
Moggy, now you'll be speaking French and eating croissants.
What is
And he
it?
says,
What is it?
call it
I'm
me
taking a
Bosch.
3-hour lunch break.
Yeah.
Sans
I'm
la
only working
poisson.
4
Oh,
days and going on strike for the other 3. Not that we're stereotyping the French, of course.
And calling me Bosch.
We would absolutely not do such things on this channel.
That is not true. I could not do that. Yes, I'm a little bit concerned.
Oh,
Are
which
you?
bit the prop?
Yeah, it's
I
not
feel like sure
flash.
Kerry's gone very quiet.
I think she's
Sorry.
gone out with her mum.
Right.
Let me check. I will say,
Go on.
Mikey was worried about you. Where are you?
So
I
she's
miss
not
her.
in the room.
Mikey is worried about you. Are you out with mum? I can't be bothered to type
I'll
it,
tell
so
you
I
who
voice.
we haven't seen. Aardvark.
Duke.
Yeah, we haven't seen Duke either.
Yeah, well,
Duke
it
was on
is.
yesterday.
Yeah, but it isn't a scheduled show, is it? So
It is not.
But we didn't see Aardvark yesterday either.
I can't remember much about yesterday. I've slept since then.
I was thinking last night. I don't know why.
It's all a blur.
Why Duke Wellington watches our streams as often as he does. He studies sleep,
bored.
doesn't he?
Has nothing to do. Yes.
He studies sleep.
From what I understand, he was saying last week that he's studying sleep and not much of it happens during the day, so he works nights.
Yeah.
And you can certainly get good sleep by tuning into this dribble.
Well, this is what amazes me about James, squarish. He sits in work listening to us whilst he's working.
Yeah.
Surely, it's a good job. It's a good job he works in the film and media industry, and not like driving a
Maybe
forklift
he's
truck.
the boss.
Well, can you imagine if he was driving plant machinery or something like that, and he was listening to us for 2 hours?
Be asleep.
Okay, so before they're gone forever, these are the two Hispano-Suiza 20mm cannon, or the guns, I should say. And they're not straight, and they're just sitting in the bays, and you'll never see them again. So we sliced off part of the muzzle, or part of the barrel, and it just sort of sits there. The outside is blank, and those fillets go in the wing with a bulge for the magazine, and it just covers it up, and that's all you see is absolutely nothing at all. So hooray. But you saw it here, folks. They're there. They're there.
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 They're there. Right, more glue. Let's go. Wings on. Ooh, make sure I'm not missing anything. No, wing on. Wing on.
Wing on, go.
Contact. Well, contactor, I should say. Eyes completely. Yeah. There we go.
Do you know what? It'll fit.
Awesome.
Right.
It'll fit. I'll make it fit. Right.
To
And I
quote
really
the
don't care.
delicious Deborah Harry, one way or another.
Yes.
Something, getcha.
And that's just what the police said. Oh no, that was Roxanne, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you ever play the Roxanne drinking game when you were in?
No.
Explain
It was
that.
brilliant.
I've not heard of the Roxanne drinking game.
No, neither have I.
You're when you're all in the bar, you split into
What are
two
you doing in the
groups.
bath?
Bar.
Oh, oh god, Remy, I didn't know what you're on about, but fair enough. Carry on.
Bear in mind, your dad was in the same regiment.
He was.
Well, cool.
He never
So
had so many
anything you
bars
imply to
in
me,
his
you're
life.
implying about your own father.
Not sure about
Yeah,
that.
the one that you said he's not Welsh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right back at you. Carry on. So when you're in the bath,
You split into two groups. One group has to take a drink every time Sting says Roxanne, and the other group has to take a drink every time they say put on your red light, because they say them both quite a lot in the song.
Right.
And then whoever loses the most people from either throwing up or like not being able to, or runs out of drink first, then they have to do dares and things.
oh wow.
It gets quite messy.
Yes.
What I was clever. What I used to do is I knew they'd always end up playing it. So what I'd do is I'd keep like a half full can of lager with me, and then just drink and get another one from the bar and just drink that. And then when it came to the game, I would have the half full can, and I'd just keep pretending I'm drinking it. So that when they checked it, it'd have beer in it. It's just I wasn't drinking it.
So you
Because I'm not
cheated.
stupid. I don't like to kill my liver off.
I got a feeling this prop is not going to.
So Newcastle, where I live, is a coal town, right? We export basically a lot of coal to China and other places. So there's always ships in and out. So we've always got trains full of coal heading to the harbour and all that sort of stuff like that. So jokingly, Bron and I call the trains coal porters. and what's I thought pretty cool. Yesterday when I went to the concert that I saw the Tubular Bells, I had a dark ale, and they call it coal porter. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Good on them. Oh, we either call it coal porter, or if it's going the other way, we call it Robbie, as in Robbie Coltrane. But you know, it's because I'm hilarious. You know, the fit isn't too bad. Once you get the fuselage together, this is going to be buildable. The worst part for me is still the top cowl, but the rest of it is looking Spitfire-like. Got a couple of gaps in the wing,
Couple.
but you know, smear of what I was going to use for the big gap. There's a question. I think Steve T said earlier. He asked Gary what he was going to use for gaps. What I'm going to use on these huge gaps is a mix of super glue and talcum powder.
Ah, right, yes.
So if the viewers hadn't heard of that, what happens is the super glue dries rock hard, in fact harder than the plastic. The talcum powder slows down the drying process of that. So you smear it on while it's still sort of wet. You can sand it down smooth and all that sort of stuff, and different grades of sanding sticks and everything else. And you can get a really nice gap filling that won't shrink with because most gap filling formulas or putties do shrink
Yes.
quite a lot. But you can avoid that with a mix of talcum powder and CA. And I
Yeah.
got that tip from the wonderful Jen Wright.
The lovely Jen.
I'm trying to remember what her channel is. Genesis
Design and Creates, or Model Craft or something, isn't it?
Yeah. And when I went to Telford with Paul, she
Yeah.
met us the next day and she gave us a tour around RAF Cosford Museum. And
Was it a hawk tour?
wonderful. Sorry?
No, move on.
Did you get to look around a hawk?
On. Jen,
Oh!
if you are watching, I do apologise.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you get to
No.
look around a hawk whilst on the tour?
Yes, I had a hawk tour.
Oh,
There we go.
No. We are so doomed.
So what you're saying is you had a hawk tour from Jen?
So that's
Are you
Jen.
seriously telling me that?
Yeah. So that's Jen in an aircraft, and that's in the same hangar.
Is it a
And
next
so-
gen aircraft?
That's a hawk. And
The red
and
one.
a tornado. Yeah. So
I've
yes, I
flown.
literally had a hawk tour. I have no
I-
idea what it's apparently is hilarious. A hawk tour. I have no clue what you're talking about. I'll have to look it up later, I guess. Should I turn on incognito before I do that?
Yeah, go incognito and Google hawk tour.
Okay.
I had a
Wingtips.
flight in a
You
Red
made a
Arrow.
lot of money from it, haven't you?
You had a flight in a Red Arrow.
Yeah. When I was
Tell
at
me
Scoutton,
about that.
working in air traffic
Well, he
control.
was Red 12.
Got a trip with Red 4 at the time. That was Flight Lieutenant Spike Jepson.
Ooh.
And we did a little bit of low level up through Lincolnshire over the Humber Bridge. He let me have a go, and all he kept saying to me was, "Can we put us back down to low level, please?" Because I instinctively tried to climb away from the ground. And then we went over RAF Binbrook and did a couple of loops, and I did one, and he did one, and then I did one.
Lovely.
And he put his hands on his head all the way through my loop to prove that I was doing it.
So,
And
when
that
I
is how
went
they
for
ejected.
my flight in a
Yeah, he
Yeah,
wasn't,
you went
he wasn't
slightly
showing
better
you
than me.
that.
sorry, Mikey.
He wasn't showing you that. He wasn't showing you that he wasn't on the controls, Gary. He was showing you that he had the ejection handle at the ready. He had his hands on the ejection handle just in
But
case.
there isn't one at the top on the Hawk.
I don't know. I've never been in a Hawk. We got chat to
Yes,
catch up with as well.
John had a better flight.
Oh no, just a different flight.
Yeah, I would say a more punchier flight than mine.
So in mine, he asked, any maneuvers you want to do, and I said, yeah, I want to do an Immelman loop. So, for those who don't know what an Immelman loop is, it's where you go flying along and then you go up. Let me change camera. Right, because this
You
won't
could
make
use one of your
sense.
planes to demonstrate. Demonstrate.
Right. So it's when you're flying along and you go around upside down like that and then flip over. So you're changing altitude, direction, everything like real quick. And it was developed by Max Immelmann, a World War I German pilot. So I'd never done an Immelmann loop and I wanted to do that. So gave that a go. And I got a sort of a lost situational awareness halfway through because what happened was when I was set up for it, they did it. I wasn't wearing glasses, right? So what I found was I couldn't read the small numbers on the instruments, and I was in the back seat, so I didn't have a head-up display. So I was having trouble reading the pitch, like how high up the nose was. So I couldn't really tell. So I just handed it back to the pilots and your controls. You took
Sort
over.
that out.
Yeah. And you said what happened there, and I just told them I just lost situation went and then told him why. And
Benji's
he
telling you
said,
to
okay,
shut up.
I'll
Benji,
finish the story. I'll finish the story.
Benji,
He said, do it again, but don't look at the instruments. He said, look out the window. Look at the horizon. So we had the water there and the sky above it. So he said, just watch the wingtip. And when you see the wingtip get level with the horizon upside down, then you just sort of move the stick either left or right. So the other wing is on the other horizon. So I did that. And he was saying, oh, absolutely perfect. He said, if you were wearing glasses, he said, you'd be a better pilot than most of the people I take up, which is sort of odd. I think he says that to all the girls. But anyway.
Probably. But it
oh
makes you feel
Benji, shut
special.
up.
Comments, Modman, if you're still awake.
Shut up. Yeah, I thought it was a good story.
Boy. Jim says, played the Hi Bob drinking game whilst watching Bob Newett's show. When Bob is said, we took a drink. Hi Bob, and you guzzle the whole beer.
Now, Jim.
Yeah, that was the other thing about the Roxanne game.
Yeah. Go on,
Yeah.
Mikey.
With the Roxanne game, you have to keep drinking until they finish saying the phrase. So,
Mikey, sorry, Jim, if you watch For All Mankind, they actually say hi Bob to each other in reference to the Bob Newhart show, so you could play it again.
Yeah. So what I used to do is also make sure that I was on your red light team, because whenever they say put on your red light, they say it quite quickly. So you just take a little swig. But with Roxanne, he also does bits where he holds the note for quite a while. So you have to keep drinking until he finishes saying Roxanne.
But as soon as he finishes, he says it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So the ones on the Roxanne side end up a little bit drunk.
Yeah.
No.
So those of us that were experienced made sure we were on the put on your red light team. Jim says, Jen Wright is a great modeler.
She is.
Apparently she does good hawk tours as well.
Oh, for God's sake, can we move on from that?
It's not my fault John said he had a hawk tour. Off Jen. Jim says, I look forward to a FX P51. Oh, I'm so going to get a shitty email. He says, oh no. And Timothy says, or don't, Uncle. Look it up.
Okay. Well, we'll have to talk after this, Tim, because I've got no clue.
Yeah, that's kind of like asking Gary asking Jake to explain Hulk to a girl. It would just be creepy and weird and awkward. Totally Scale More says, what's the difference between a vitamin and a hormone? You can't make a vitamin. That's very true.
Oh, goodness me.
Gary Evans says, I once rode in a Phantom doing a practice QRA departure. My stomach is still on the runway at Watersham.
Nice.
Yeah. Can you imagine doing that in your fighter? Holy.
Didn't understand the word of that because you all went weird again.
Watching on Top Gear, I was like,
oh,
could you
performance
imagine
takeoff
doing that in a Eurofighter?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember watching it on Top Gear when they raced it with a car.
Yeah. Yeah, over a mile, wasn't it? He went a mile up and
Oh, that one,
and
yeah.
the Eurofighter
That's
still
cool.
won.
D4, D3.
he was in with a bloody good chance because he was racing Richard Hammond and he crashes everything he drives.
Yeah. Yeah. Steve says, a Phantom at Gary stuff. Oh man, I'm so jealous. I love the F4. Its don't mess with me stance is so cool.
Huge, huge aeroplane.
Wasn't that the one where they used to take their raise their wheels to to get above ground level or something.
That was the Buccaneer.
Get to fighting height. Was that the book? Was it?
Buccaneer. They had sensors on the wheels. So as soon as the sensors picked up that he was off the ground, there was no weight on the wheels, the undercarriage could retract straight away. That's why they always seem to lift their undercarriage up just before they got airborne.
Yeah.
Yes. Buccaneer operating height was about 3 feet.
Yeah. Steve says, someone buy Mikey a new mic. Thing is, I don't think it's my microphone because it's fine on Discord. I think it's just StreamYard and the internet.
I just think I think it's just Wales.
I've made a
I think it's either that or my computer. Because my computer's been running very slow lately. Yes, Gary.
He's had another stroke.
Marion!
She's not here. She's not here.
Well, you'll just have to keel over then, won't you? Nothing we can do for you. You're a lost cause.
How many beer barrels do we put on this?
2. Or
it's an optional, isn't it? Wish they'd tell you in the instructions it's an optional because you can put it on with a nose cone, can't you? I'm going to do it without.
Yeah.
So this is the extra sprue you get in this kit. So yes, there's 2 pairs of barrels. There's nose cones for them. Streamline the front of them. But then you've also got these centerline tanks, and they were filled with beer later on to, they were better than those ones, so hold more beer as well. And so they're using these fuel tanks. They filled up with beer with old fuel tanks that are no longer serviceable. And what's weird is all the beer tasted like 100 octane fuel, but apparently
aviation
they
fuel?
didn't care. Yeah. But so there's a decal to go on that centerline tank should you want it. It's got XXX.
To Boldly Go says a Tonka's operating height is 6 inches inverted. Yes, that's from the tail, isn't it? you cut the grass with the turbines. Gary says, wouldn't mind A, a ride in a Lightning 2-seater being restored to flight in the USA, and B, a lottery wins pay for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think once this model's made, it's going to feel like a pretty solid model, Because everything, all the plastics and attention, isn't it?
Well, yeah. So once the fuselage halves come together, I'm in a great rate of knots. This is looking very Spitfire-like, so should be all right.
Yeah.
Yes, there's gaps to fill, but that's just modelling, isn't it?
Modelling, schmodelling.
Original modelings, shin. So let's come together. What do we? How? We have 15 minutes of this session, this extra session, and then, but as I was saying, by the end of this one, we're all going to feel a little bit better about this kit, aren't we? Because all the really annoying bits are behind us.
Yeah. Well, we hope so.
I think there is light at the end of the tunnel. I just hope it's not a bloody great train coming the other way.
Yeah.
So aileron time. It's aileron time. C5, C4.
So on Monday,
yeah,
we have our panel session.
We do.
We do.
We do.
Because it's a while since we've done it, and John's not done a quiz yet. Do you want to do a quiz?
Yeah.
What else? Yeah.
What do we reckon, chat?
It's all up to the viewers. It's their show, not ours.
Yes. What the hell is going on with this? Well, that's just maddeningly on hold. Oops. So, if you would like to do a quiz, put 1. If you'd like to take part in the quiz, press 2.
Your call's
Or
important.
if you just want me to torture John by giving him really stupid questions.
Like, are you finished yet?
Yes. That is
I
John's
should go back and watch
question.
the other one. Hey.
Tiff says 1, 2, and 3.
Oh,
Sorry,
what was the
John.
third option? Oh, the dumb questions.
Baffle John with just really stupid questions.
Well, it just baffled me anyway.
Jim says, do. I love a good quiz.
Well, you'll have to tune in elsewhere then. No?
We can do a quiz. Other people don't like it. I don't mind too much. But at the end of the day, Timothy's put 33333.
You bastard.
Like I said the other day, it's my channel, and I do what I want on it, pretty much, as long as it's within YouTube guidelines. And it's about me having fun with my mates. And that's the idea of it. It's not, whilst we do get modelling on the channel, the lives aren't just about scale modelling. They're about me having fun with my friends. And not in that way. Hawk to a boy. So, yeah. Steve says, a quiz based on what? Sorry, I was away. We're looking at doing a quiz like the one we did last time, but I'll choose some different questions. And John will be involved this time, so I can torture him with some really silly questions.
About trains? Can't wait.
Have a bit of a break from modelling for a day. For an
Sure.
hour or 2. Show that we are not just a one-trick pony.
Right.
Are you, Gary?
Hey?
Just say yes, Gary.
Yes, Gary.
There we go. Jim says, I tell you, would be good to get on a quiz, Mr. Evans.
Very knowledgeable.
Very
knowledgeable man.
Jim says, Steve, the F4 is one of my favourite military jet aircraft of all. Big, powerful beast that turned like a truck, but go vertical at Mach 2.3, leaving Charlie in his MiG-17 wondering where he went.
It's world's most successful joint strike fighter, in my opinion.
Yeah. Wow.
Because it did, Army,
it.
Navy, and Marines, and RAF, and Australia, and Israel, and it did different roles.
The Greeks still fly them.
Yes.
Into the ground, mainly, but...
No, they're quite accomplished with it.
Steve said, I thought they threw everything at the ground, the Greeks.
Only their plates.
Steve says, Me too, Jim. When it comes to jet aircraft, I have 3 main loves: Concorde, Phantom, and A6 Intruder.
Yeah.
Well, the Intruder's a nice aeroplane, but I've never managed to build a decent model of one. Oh, that's interesting.
Jim says, Gary Evans as a quiz participant would be jolly good. Who knows? We might even get the Imperial thumbs up if he's still watching.
I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit confused.
Which bit is confusing you, Gary?
I'm trying to find part 61, which is to the beer barrels.
Fire?
It's a bit
61.
Oh my God, you're on the beer barrels already?
it's the racks for the beer barrel.
Uh,
No, it's the racks that confuse you, is it?
yeah, so what you mean.
Well,
And I've just
you haven't figured
noticed
the racks out.
that to fix the beer barrel racks, the beer barrels to the underwing, you've got to drill a hole. Drill
Oh,
two
it's
holes.
not part 61, it's step 61. The parts are listed there.
Oh, I see what I've done. Yeah, it's E23 and E22, isn't it? Onto E24. Yeah, I've got it now. Sorry,
Yeah, they've drawn it wrong, I think, but
yeah.
no, they haven't. It's just it's not that straightforward.
It's not as I've got it now. Okay, well, I'll do that another day because the fact that I've just found out that I've got to drill the holes for the beer barrels to go in, and
Jim
there
says-
is no measurement.
Oh, yeah.
Jim says, very nice choices, Steve. And he also says, the quiz would have to start on Zulu time for those that know about it. I always thought Zulu time was British summertime.
No, well, it is.
So why do people keep saying it's 1 hour behind what
No,
time it is now?
Depends whether daylight savings are not for you.
Because
Sometimes.
what it's all to do with is because of systems. The systems have probably got better now. But if you were in an aircraft flying when the clocks change,
yeah,
it would screw everything up if you had to all your navigation and all that sort of stuff. So they brought in Zulu time, so everyone's it was a datum. Everyone was on a constant time.
Yeah.
And then when you got into the fighter world, all the fighter pilots all wanted to use local time.
Yeah.
So I expect Mr. Evans has got a
Gary
better.
Mr. Evans says, feeling the pressure here, Mrs. Gary comes home on Sunday night after holidays. So probably best it's the quiz after that. Ah, yes, a lot of making up to do. Gary says, Zulu was always Greenwich Mean Time in my day. That's what I thought.
Yeah, but it's easy for you because you're in bloody England. So for us, if we're signing up, say, aircraft paperwork, we'd either sign it up in. So what's the time there? It's what, 12:54?
Yeah.
So we'd sign something up as like today's date, so 091254Z and then AUG 24. So blah blah blah. But if we're signing up something in Australia, I'd put in the time here now and which time zone we're in. So the way I'd sign something up here right now would either be in Zulu time, or it can go 949 L August 24. So L is our time zone. It's either K or L, depending on whether it's daylight savings over there. Because Zulu, then it goes Alpha, Bravo, Charlie around the world. So where Eastern Australia is in time zone either K or L. So that's what it's all about.
Australia the Australian time zone is about 1980.
No, that's Adelaide. They're half an hour and 30 years behind.
He
If you
says,
think about
sorry,
it, if you
it
were,
should say in my day. British sometimes always Zulu +1.
Not always.
Oh. Wow, we've dropped to 5 years since discussing that. So that went well.
Yeah. You really don't want me here anymore, do you?
I never needed to use Zulu. So what we're going to do is we're going to traumatize you next Monday with the quiz, and then we'll replace you with Gary Evans the week after because you'll be so traumatized.
Yeah.
And then the viewers.
hang on, we can't afford Gary Evans.
No, you can't.
That's true.
But instead of like 3 veterans, you can call it Gary and the Twit.
We can afford John because he's cheap.
Yes.
Well, we could name it after
Cheap
one of
and
the
not
guitarists
cheap
in NXS. Call it Gary Beers.
Yeah.
182. We've got
The
4
two
minutes
Garys.
left.
Yeah.
Did you want to go around the room?
And he
see
can't
what we're
wait
up
to get off the show, apparently. Yes.
I'm trying to help you out here, dude. I don't want you, paying us
Gary says
overtime.
if it's a charity. What?
Huh?
Gary says if it's for charity, then it's a tax write-off. Oh, there we go. So, what were you babbling about, John?
I said if you want to finish on
You want
time,
us to show your,
I'm your man.
broom broom.
Why not? All right. So there are lots of little bits of 10-meter tape everywhere,
I thought
but
you
it's
finished
okay. 3 minutes left. Yeah. So the gaps aren't so bad. As I said, like you've got that awful one on top, and the fuel tank, and then around the top cowl. But yeah, gaps along the side there, and they'll fill in nicely. But the rest of it's not so bad. So it's looking Spitfire-like. Hooray, hooray. So bit of progress today.
What I might do is because you two got up to the stage where you got your wings and elevators on, I might work on it off screen to catch up as well.
Sure.
Because then by next week we should be able to just spray it. Or the week after.
Yeah.
Next couple of weeks we should be able to spray it. And then we can get it off the bloody bench.
Get it off the bloody bench.
Yes.
Build something better.
Yes. We've got some interesting builds coming up.
Yeah.
So what about the old guy? What's the time I've been up to?
I've got, as you can see, the wings are on, the tail's all done. There's filler in there,
Gary,
which is probably what?
You've not put your exhausts in.
I know, because I've cut them so they will just drop in. I can put them in later.
Okay.
Don't worry, that's deliberate.
It's all right.
What was I saying? Yeah, I've got the wings on, I've got the tail on. There's still some filling to do, which is slowly shrinking back. I'm just tidying up the join here. The prop is made. I went for it. And,
excellent.
And I've also done the beer barrels. But I'm a little bit annoyed because I've just found out I've got to drill holes to get the beer barrels on the wings. And as far... Oh, hang on. On one wing, I think they've made little marks for where the drilling needs to take place.
Gary,
but they haven't on the other one.
I really hate to point this out to you, dude, but they're actually the drill holes are marked out on the inside of the wing.
Well, it tells you to drill it on once it's all established. I can see where the marks are now.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's what I've been doing.
Cool. Yeah, if you focus, if you look, focus, damn you, stupid thing. No, still not focusing. There we go. If you look, the drill holes are marked out on the inside.
Yeah, and I can actually see them on this side as well now. They're very faint.
Yeah. So it would have been an idea to read read the instructions first, wouldn't it?
No, it's
Before
all
you
right.
start
It's doable. I've got a drill. I can do it.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's not doable. I'm just saying it'd be easier because the holes are recessed inside, so they're less likely to slip. On mine, I've put the cockpit in. Oh, stupid thing. Which, John, I painted entirely using those marker pens.
Oh yeah, wow. Oh, that's a good. Well, very nice.
That was cool. I got. Oh, stop. Fucking... Right, there we go. I've got to fill those gaps in around the cowling. And then I put that on there. That bit's on there. There you go. And that's me. I might just end up going into the ground. So, last few comments. Jim, a totally enjoyable 2 hours, mates. Have a great weekend, all. Yes.
You too,
we shall
Jim.
be back next
Cheers,
week.
Jim.
That's 2 o'clock on Monday. And I will sort out some quiz stuff. Do you want to do the picture round again, Gary, so we can see what John's interpretations are?
I'm not sure. Didn't enjoy that bit that much, but it's up to you. It's up to you, mate. I don't mind.
I don't know, because Tiff got yours quite quickly, didn't she?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Can't remember now. I've slept several times since then.
I'll put it in just because I want to see John's drawing skills.
Oh, no, you don't.
Jim says, looking forward to Monday's quiz. We'll have paper and a sharp number 2 pencil at the ready per Chicago Public School requirements circa 1970s. Means to see you. Yeah. You'll need a pad and paper pad and pen to do some calculations, John, because I'm going to include some maths. And you'll need a marker pen or something like that to draw so that the camera can see what the drawing is. Next comment. Gary says, another great stream from the 3 amigos. Thanks a lot, lads. You're very welcome.
No problem.
Yes. And Tiff says, yeah, I did good. You did indeed.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. So
for an impromptu
that is it. We will be back
performance,
at 2 o'clock. Yeah, hopefully my computer issues will be sorted out by then.
No, you'll still live in Wales.
Back at 2 o'clock, 1300 Zulu time, if that means anything to you.
Yeah. Where's the brand bit? There we go. Oh, switch the banner off. There we go, because that gets in the way. I just switched it off. Why is it still on? There you go.
It's not. It's gone.
Yes. No, it's all right. It was just taking its time coming off. Right. We shall see you all Monday. You two going on Discord afterwards or this afternoon?
Once I fed the dog and sorted.
That's no way to talk about Marianne.
Sorted out some. At
least I only called her the Candy Man.
I know.
Yeah, I'll be on shortly. I need to Google Hook Tour.
God, I wish I'd never mentioned that. I really wish I'd never mentioned that.
Right. See you all on Monday, 2 o'clock. UK.
Hello. Have a good weekend, everybody.
The 90 for John. Right. Bye, everyone. Enjoy your weekend.